defeated you once, and I shall do it again!
No, Magneto. I let you win before, in order to learn your plan, to trap you. But now the victory belongs to the Fantastic Four.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power? No mere weapon can stop me. With but a gesture, I can destroy it, or turn it against you. Behold! I'll make it leap from your hand, and make you its target. Now!
Not this time, Magneto. This time I'm fighting for real.
It's impossible! It cannot be! Nothing can defy my magnetic power!
The Fantastic Four can. You're finished, Magneto. Surrender. You have no other choice.
Why? Why will the gun not obey me? My power is gone. I'm helpless. Magnetism! It was my greatest weapon. And without it, I am lost.
It's over, Magneto. You haven't a chance.
I surrender. I give up. Anything, anything. Without my power, I cannot fight.
Then the battle is ended.
First tell me, how did you do it? How did you take away my power?
I didn't, Magneto. I merely tricked you.
You lie. I couldn't control your gun. You made me lose my magnetism.
You're wrong. I just guessed that you'd overlook one simple thing. Your magnetic power only works on metal, like all magnets. But my gun isn't real. I made it out of wood, specially to fool you.
Wood? A wooden gun?
That's why your power didn't work. And it's why you're a prisoner of the police now. Take him away, men.
A wooden gun. He tricked me with a wooden gun.
Hey there, Commanders. Do you notice a sudden change in art style? Oh well. Anyways, welcome back to Just the Basics, a series where we explore the fundamentals of RA2, Yours Revenge. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right at all. Heed me, my battle brother! Huh? Who's there? Show yourself! Who I am is not important, but you're not in the right timeline. Wait, what the fuck? Who are you supposed to be? Do not be fooled by your surroundings. What the hell do you mean? Here, gaze upon your real destiny. A mod with unlimited potential and countless hours of enjoyment. A mod with more than 300 unique buildings and units, a custom campaign, and even co-op. Yeah, that's great and all, but can you say all of those units are used consistently in battle? RA2 Yuri's Revenge is a true classic, with tons of replayability and not to mention fast gameplay that people can pick up rather easily. You dare debate me, the great quick shifter? Well, not so much as to argue, I just want to know what's the difference between the two. Right then, how about the little magic chick, Magic? What are you on about? Shit, wrong game. Close, but no. Alright, well, this is just getting weird. Ah, here we go. Welcome to Mental Omega.
Hold on, I've got a list written down here somewhere. Mental Omega is a fan-made modification for Yuri's Revenge RA2. Yada yada yada. It is an expansive mod that almost entirely overhauls the original game's mechanics, graphics, and unit roster. Here's the important part. It also fixes much of the problems RA2 had in terms of multiplayer balance. For example, the Yuri faction, now called Epsilon, does not entirely dominate the battlefield with their shenanigans. Take that, Yuri!
Alright, big deal. You fixed Yuri.
What else is different? Besides from the hundreds of unique units and the 12 sub-factions to choose from, there are also a multitude of status effects that are only made possible by the Ares engine. Red arrows represent damage, green arrows represent armor, blue arrows represent speed. Support powers are also more abundant, including everything from terror drone drops to a massive AC-130 knockoff that level bases. The biggest change that came in the 3.3 update was of course the entirely fan-made Bowen faction. Something you just cannot imitate with the vanilla Riddler 2. Now that I've explained the big differences between the two, let's talk about some of the minor ones. Veterancy is now shit. Oops, it doesn't increase firepower anymore, just fire rate and gives slight armor / health regen bonuses. Every faction now have an infiltrator unit. There are 12 unlockable stolen tech units that one can access by infiltrating the enemy tech lab and the MCB. Enemy buildings now require 3 engineers to capture instead of 1. Basically, multiplayer is always on multi-engineer mode. Most infantry cost less, are smaller in size, and are faster, but are generally less effective than their Riddler 2 counterpart. There are 12 unique main battle tanks for each of the 12 sub-factions, instead of just having Rhinos, Grizzlies, and Lasher tanks. Speaking of main battle tanks, there are not all that great anymore. There are now epic units, massive epic units, that are quite expensive and relatively slow, but are utterly destructive and require a lot of firepower to bring down. Only the allies don't have access to an epic unit. Each foe faction basically has one epic unit at their disposal. There are brand new capturable tech structures, including, but not limited to, Tech Power Plant, the Tech Bank, the Tech Machine Gun Tower, and the Tech Expansion Post. Only the Tech Expansion Posts grant build radius. There are generally more ore on Mental Omega maps because of the 3-tier tech system, and increasingly more expensive units. The Grand Cannon now suck ass, as the Tier 3 long-range defenses for all allies, while the hammer defense for the Soviets is far superior and honestly just kinda broken. Tons of new game modes have been added. My favorite is probably not Bounty Hunter. Insert brand new glorious soundtrack that screams original Command & Conquer. Alright, I get the point. You can stop sucking off this mod's dick now. Riddler 2 is a classic strategy game released back in the year 2000. Because the game is so old, it has become very cheap and easy for anyone to purchase with simple pocket change. Riddler 2 also comes with the Ultimate Collection available for digital download on Origin. Stop me when I sound like a broken record. Which is linked to the same company that lead the Command & Conquer series down the slow and painful death, Electronic Motherfucking Arts. Anyways, installing Riddler 2 is as simple as counting to 3, and the gameplay is fairly simple too. Almost anyone can learn how to deploy buildings, click on some unit portraits, and then click on enemy units to attack. The classic campaign does a very good job of teaching how game mechanics work and familiarize players with the units they'll be using for multiplayer, as well as giving us some of the good old cheesy cutscenes.
And in short order, we will all, young and old, pledge allegiance to our new leader, Premier Romanov of the USSR.
Commander, your performance in Colorado was pretty darn impressive. But things have changed since you've been away fighting. The war is over. What I've come to realize is that the commies and us want the same things. You know, female
I don't think we need to hear any more of that.
steak,
Through the power of CNCnet, Riddler 2's multiplayer lives again. And having experienced it for myself, I can say that Riddler 2's multiplayer is an easy, fast-paced, and enjoyable experience that rewards learning proper micro and resource allocation. The graphics haven't aged that well and might turn off some newcomers. However, the old voxel models do their job clearly and represent each unit without clutter on the screen. Speaking of units, every unit is useful in some way, unlike in Mental Omega. From the cheat conscripts to the excellent battle fortresses, overall, Riddler 2 is a clean game with a focus on perfecting micro and efficiency. There are advanced techniques available to learn, but they are not necessary for fun. That makes the game extremely accessible for anyone coming into the scene, as exposed to Mental Omega's huge information barrier.
Touché! But can you match the extensive, revamped campaign?
By revamped campaign, do you mean the edgy everything is lost tone and the freaking anime billboards?
Oh yeah? What about those lame-ass cutscenes?
You take that back. Those cutscenes were amazing.
Oh, I think I remember that one time where General Carvel got blown to smithereens.
Keep him the Sam Hill away from that lab. Einstein is our ace in the hole. We can't afford to lose him. Off Wiedersehen.
No one talks to General Carvel like that. No one.
You wanna fight, mate?
Let's go! Right here, right now! Boys, calm down. Just watching about which game was more enjoyable or which had more content. Mental Omega has its own charms, and so does Riddler 2. Don't you see? It's okay to enjoy both games at the same time. We're all Command & Conquer fans here. There's no need to fight. But let's be honest, General Zero Hour was the best CNC game. No! Tiberium Insurrection was the best! Dane's Wrath was the best! Red Resurrection is the best! StarCraft is the best! Supreme Commander is the best! Civilization 5 was the best! All of you, shut up right now! Obviously, Command & Conquer 4 Tiberium Twilight was the best.
Ah! For fuck's sake, I fucking had enough! God fucking damn it! Ah! 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 Never fucking again! I'm done! I'm not taking it anymore! I've had enough!